Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Brittany here, and you know what? It's 2019, and we're doing things. It's like new year, not new me, new year, better me. You know, I'm just trying to do a little bit better than I did in 2018. Have you guys seen people reflecting on 2018? It seemed like a rough year for a lot of us. So I feel like every time something's rough, you get something a little better. So I'm really excited for 2019. We're fully into it. I feel good vibes and good energy. Later today, I'm gonna be working on my vision board. So okay, so it's the 17th. So it took me a little while, but like, you know what? In 2019, No. Shh. Be sweet. Be sweet. No! In 2019, we are doing things that fill our soul. We are appreciating ourselves where we're at, and we're not putting pressure on ourselves to do things when everybody else tells us to do them. Right? Right? So today's video, I'm super excited for it. What we're gonna be doing is trying to recreate a look off Pinterest. So if you guys wanna see how I got to this point while trying to do this, stay tuned. I was cruising through Pinterest, which I love, but I do feel like a lot of time I get on Pinterest and I think, how could anybody recreate something like this? So that is why today I'm going to try and recreate the look that you guys see here. So obviously a girl with some bomb skin. I really love the combo of like a orange, that smoky orange on the top, and then that like really intense blue. I was looking through my palettes and I was like, okay, let me pull out the palette to achieve this look. And I'm really gonna try my hardest, you guys. I'm not gonna try and like half-ass this. I'm really going to try and get this look. So I've got the Sahara and Juvia's Place palette, Modern Renaissance, Born to Ride by Urban Decay, the matte palette from Carity, and the Jaclyn Hill palette. That's ridiculous, honestly, but based on the colors and the shade and tones, that's where I think we're gonna lie. I'll pin back the hair. Oh my god, this guy. So I woke up the other day and I was like, oh cool, we have a new tenant. It's a mountain and it's moved in on my face. So that's awesome. It's not paying rent, hasn't signed a lease. Currently I'm working on an eviction status, so, well, this is cute. What we're gonna do is start by priming the eyelids. Oh no, an eyelash in my eye. No! So from what I can tell, this is a cut crease, which I'm not super great at, but we're gonna do it anyways. So in order to lay the base for our cut crease, I'm gonna go in with Modern Renaissance and a big old fluffy brush and just use a color that is like your favorite transition color. It does not technically have to be orange. Just keep it in that same like warm tone family. I'm actually gonna go in with burnt orange because it is one of my favorite transition colors. And we're just gonna work that up into the crease. Okay, so you guys can see that color is like blown out all over the lid. I'm just gonna do the same thing to the other eye. Oh, that eyelash has friends and they're all trying to play me, huh? No ma'am, no ma'am. The next thing we're gonna do is take a similar fluffy brush, but something that is a little bit like smaller so you have a little more control over the color. I'm actually going to go in with this color here called Raw Sienna, and then this color down here, which is a bright orange called Relgar. Anyways, and we're gonna work those up in more of like a concentrated line so that when we cut our crease, we're able to see like a bright orange. Okay, so this is coming out a little more red than expected. So let's go ahead and jump into Juvia's Place because this has the orange that I think is really going to make it pop, and that is Jamila. Build slowly, but don't worry about like if you're like, oh my gosh, it's too much color. Don't worry about it. As long as we're blending slowly and building up slowly, we'll be able to come back and clean up some stuff. Okay, so does it look orange on camera? Because in real life, it is looking a little bit red. Okay, so now I'm going in with the Born This Way palette, and there's an orange here called Baja, and I'm just gonna take a little of that, and once again, just pop it in that crease. Now, at this point, I'm trying to focus way on the crease. Even though I know some of it might be closed, I want kind of a lot of product there, because if we pop back over to the picture really quick, you can see there's a very dark line from the orange to the blue. It's blended like beautifully, but that means there's probably some black in there, which means I want some product to help me like blend that black out. All right, you guys, so I feel like we are blended to Zeus himself. You know, the gods. Okay, anyways, you got it. So now I'm gonna go in and do the stuff that I hate, and that is cut the crease. So I heard that you're supposed to put a line in all your hard work, basically, and then you're supposed to look up, and a line will come. Oh my God, no. That cannot be. Okay, well, who told me to do this? Oh God, I hate cutting the crease. Okay, I've got a general idea. So what you need now is Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior. Pray to him and ask him to help you. Or you can pray to any entity you want, the universe. You can pray to your mom, but you're gonna need to ask somebody for strength right now. Okay, so now that you've set your prayers up, we're gonna go ahead and get a flat brush. This is a pretty liquidy concealer. I'm gonna load up the back of my hand with some, and I'm just gonna carve out that shape. I'm gonna be quiet because I can't do this and talk. There's no way. Okay, so this part, I'm interested to see how we're gonna do this, because I really do want to get the blue right. We're gonna engage some of this color called Phantom, and then we're also going to use Born to Run palette. There's a color down here called Radio that I'm hoping will really help us bring this like really vibrant blue in. I'm gonna take a smaller flat brush, and what I'm going to do with that is pack on the matte color Phantom to the edges of our look. And I'm going to do the other eye. I'll be right back. This is my easier eye, easily. Like, I feel like it's so much easier for me to get stuff done on this eye. But, okay, so now we have like the blue laid down, and we've got this nice open spot in the middle. So what I'm going to do now is take a dense brush, small, dense, but not as flat as the other ones, and I'm gonna pick up a fair amount of product on my brush and press it into that middle. So I'm just gonna take it and pull the same brush and pull inwards. So blending that matte color in, out. So just do the same thing on both eyes. It'll create a nice like even flow. And now we gotta do something I'm a little bit nervous about. I can see that she has like some highlights in this look, and it almost looks like a green blue highlight. I have an idea for that, but I'm nervous. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is take a smaller pencil brush, but I think I'm gonna use brown just because as this look is progressing, I'm feeling a little clownish. I'm struggling, man. Why can't I? Okay, so now that we've blended out those colors, I'm gonna go into this color called Big Sky, which is a light green right here. And you know what? I'm throwing it all out the window. I'm going in with my finger. Okay, I actually really like the way that turned out. Okay, so looking at the rest of the look, the lashes and the liner are gonna make a huge difference, but I can see on her lower waterline, she's got some color. So I pulled something that I haven't used in ages, and it's this Crayola Beauty crayon one. This was the best thing I think I could do to line my waterline. Now, the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and throw on the black liner, which is my favorite part of any makeup look of life, because black liner brings it together for me. You know, like, I don't know what I could do without some black liners. Okay, so we're gonna do that, and then the top line, I'm just gonna create a basic black line. I have the Luxe Lashes by Envy in Diamond. Clearly, I use this to put the lashes on. So I'm gonna take a moment and put these lashes on. I'm feeling like very Diana Ross right now because it's all eyes. It's all eyes. So, ooh. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna put our face on. So I'm just gonna quickly throw some color corrector down. Somebody ring my doorbell. I think they were walking around a shovel. Which if I had cash, I would have said yes, because I certainly don't want to do it. Dang, that pimple hurts. Ugh. Okay, and how funny is this? Look at this huge beauty blender. I thought I could use it today, but I think it's like way too big. It's a body blender, but it's huge. Okay, so today, I'm gonna use the Estee Lauder Double Wear, which is one of my faves. So I'm gonna use a little bit of that, but I almost never just use one. Double Wear has got to be one of my favorites outside of Kat Von D, but I'm not repurchased her since she's like, yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna use Double Wear and the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation, and just pop that down. While I wait for my foundation to kind of like set up, I always put concealer on underneath. NARS Creamy Concealer in Biscuit is my favorite concealer. So the thing about my under eyes is I don't like a concealer that's really crepey or dry. It needs to be like, for me, plump. So I like a concealer that looks wet and then stays like a dewy finish, especially for under the eyes. It's just too thin to be messing around with all that. So I went ahead and added some of the Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer in Honey. I always let my concealer dry down just a bit. And while I'm doing that, I'm gonna go ahead and work on the brows. All right, brows are done. Let's go ahead and pat out this concealer. And then after I get this concealer all set, we'll talk about the lash line. Okay, so now we're gonna be doing the bottom lash line, which I think this is such an artistic look. You gotta do the whole thing, you know? The bottom lash line is really carrying over that really pretty orange from the top and just really popping it out on the bottom. So I'm actually going to go back into our Born to Run palette, which has been the star of the show today. And I'm gonna go in with Baja. We're not done yet. Which I can get why people are like, why do you bother with makeup? But, because it takes so long, but it's so much fun. Now, I'm feeling a little funky. So, I'm going to take Baja, but I'm also going to take Accelerate right next to it, which is like a flame orange, and run it under the eye. So, go ahead, throw some mascara on your bottom lashes, and then let's talk highlighter. As we can tell from her face, she's got a highlight on the cheekbones, nose, inner corner, and right above the brow. But probably before we do that, let's just bronze up the face really fast. I did bust out the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. Now for the highlighter, we're going to be using ColourPop's Super Cheek Shock in Spoon. Okay, so we're gonna go in with the NARS Dulce Vita. It's a fave. All right, guys. Oh wait, let me take these hair clips out. All right, guys, so this is the finished look. Let's do a side by side. She's like this. Right? Somebody is like all in her business right here taking the picture, so. All right, what do you guys think? I honestly can't tell from the camera because it's so bright, but I think that we did a good job. I am so interested in like perusing on Pinterest and like picking out fun looks and seeing if I can recreate them, because that is why I got into makeup. Like, I wanted to try and do what I saw other people doing. One of my biggest inspirations ever was Queen of Blending, so like, check her out if you haven't before. She does some wild looks. She's so incredibly creative. But thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!